you're on 89.
I was just talking about you to somebody, and I was just talking about like your writing. You know, it's so amazing. Did you write this one here?
Yeah, I did.
So what was it like? The opposites attract type. I mean, it was reminding me of Paula. You know, like the
you know, like what is it? I'm red, you're blue. I'm up, you're down. I'm fast and you're not moving. You know, just kind of like you know, the opposite attract. You know, because women, that's how we are. Everything we're so different. You know, so the man is one way, we're another way, but we come together. And at the same time, and it's like maybe if you take two people who you wouldn't necessarily see together, you know, you've probably always dated. Each of us had that guy in our lives who we dated that you've been like, okay, really, that's who she's with, right. You know. And so and that's why the chorus is like hashtag love, hashtag us, we're in love, and so what, you know, hashtag me, hashtag you, we do what we want to do. So it's like we're proud of it. It's cool. Other people may not understand why I chose you or why he chose me, but it's great, and he makes me happy.
I have a question, again along the songwriting lines. How much of that, because you're a very talented writer, and you know, all your music has substance, and that's what most of us enjoy about it. But like that song has that, you know, the hashtag thing is popular. So how much of that was strategy? I mean, because you've been in the business a long time.
You know what? The funny thing is when we were doing this song, it just kind of came to me. And actually, it was funny because we were writing it together, and it came to me, the hashtag thing, and I said, I was like, dude, I was like, Paul, if we do this, I was like, this could seem like kind of trendy, or like it might not work, or you know, it might just kind of like my brother was saying, and it wasn't something that we tried to say like, let's do it because it will do this. It just felt like that's what fit. It just felt good, and so, but it does work.
Right, and that's what I was going to say. There's nothing wrong with, especially if it's not, because that comes off natural. It doesn't come off like it was contrived or you deliberately tried to, you know, tap into that market. So, you know, if it works, you know, I actually read something, a report the other week that said they analyzed the top songs throughout, I guess, since back in the 60s or something like that. You know, the top songs, and they all, you know, had one thing in common. The top songs, it was about chorus and how they repeated the chorus and how many times you use the same word. So as obvious as it seems, repetition often is what makes a huge difference.
Definitely.
And when you have something that's really catchy like that, you know, so what? I like it. Let's rock out to it. That's what I'm saying. Like you know, some stuff you hear the hook and you hate to rock out to it, like, oh, it's just getting on my nerves. But that's kind of that one where you can just jam to. You're riding with your little girl.
Well, you know, at one point, and you're right. And in songwriting, sometimes we have to do things in order to market something a certain way or to compete in a certain arena. And at some point, music did change. Back in the day, it was about the chorus. You know, like you even take like "I Will Always Love You." It's not the same as if you hear like a hook to like a "We're up all night to get lucky, and up all night to get lucky." Then I mean, it just sticks. You know, it's a great hook, but we started to write things differently. Like you said, that repetition is what it kind of hypnotizes you. So you can't help but like to listen to that, even if you don't love it. After a while, you're like, hey, I'm kind of with that. Like, okay, that's nice. Versace. Right.
Oh, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Versace so much.
We got us some winner here.
Right. You know, so yeah, it's like that little drug that they're driving. They're like, no, try this, try this, try this. You like it, you like it, you like it. Next thing you know, you're like, I do, I like this, I love this, I think.
Programming.
It's right, you're being programmed. Absolutely.
Programming.
Yeah.
Well, oh my gosh, yes, I love it, I love it, I love it. So does that mean a new?
Yes. A new. Actually, it's gonna be. It's interesting. Just the new album that's coming. I think is gonna be. I can say this is gonna be more than what people are expecting. Okay. So you're gonna get more than what you think you're getting.
I can imagine even with that.
Even with that. Yeah. And that actually gives you a lot to look forward to because it's very eclectic album. So, yeah, it's just that there's something to look forward to. So we're hoping. We're trying to push for like the spring, but you know how it is with music when you're doing things. You think, oh, you know, it's gonna be out, you know, next week, and then you be like, Lord Jesus, they didn't get it out for 2 years. You be like, oh God, you know, it's always something. And with creative people, and you know how we are, we're weird. We're like, oh, you know, the candles wasn't right that day. You're like, oh, I gotta try again.
It's burning that chopper, and I want it.
Well, I have another question, and not to, you know, hopefully give away too much, but you know, you're a very inspirational artist, and people have often tried to put you like in the box and try to force your music into say it is this or it is that. I think it oftentimes crosses genre and it's hard to define. So with this new project that's coming forth, do you personally see it going in a certain direction, or how would you describe it?
You know what? I think that's why I said it's hard for me to say without giving you too much. You're going to get more than what you thought you were getting. And for me, I think I got an opportunity to kind of sit back and say, I've grown a lot since the last one, so it's kind of like I'm not really worried about whether or not people are like, oh, is it Christian? Is it R&B? I'm like, listen, I'm Christian. I love the Lord. He has given me a gift. I write songs. At this point, they're all appropriate songs and things that I know that he would not be like, no, Shamora,
you ain't coming.
Be careful. In the past, I might have written something else that I might have to be like, oh Jesus, But now I'm like, that has changed. So I'm like, listen, there are songs that are appropriately expressing how we love each other, and then there are songs that are directly written to the Lord, or that talk about my relationship with Him, the ups and the downs that not He goes through, but I go through. Different things like that, and that we can relate to. So I'm like, you know what? You can define it however you like, whichever way you like. If anything, I would say it's all inspirational. And that's just it. It's just inspirational music, and some of it feels soulful at times. Some of it feels pop at sometimes. And that's just how it is. But unfortunately, somebody's gonna want to put a label on it. But I'm like, listen, I just gotta.
We don't have to. Like, we're not defined by that. And that's one of our other favorites who we talk about and play here all the time, Jaws of Life. And he's a hip hop artist, but is he a rapper? Is he a street? Is he like his music is just substantive, good, inspirational music? But you know what I'm saying. So I think those type of artists, y'all need to get more shine like this. So we're happy to have you here.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad to be here. We need more people to support in this way. And so, we appreciate, I know for myself, and I'm sure everybody else who gets the opportunity to come and visit and sit with you guys and how you guys support, we don't take that for granted. So we definitely appreciate that. Any opportunity for our work, music to be heard is a blessing. So don't take that lightly. So I thank you.
Oh, we thank you for making music. We thank you for using your gift, girl. What would I be without some of those?
Welcome back. Like, we've been down. I get to pick music, but because we play your music, your music is timeless. But we've been especially Dia, she always be like, so what's going on with Shamora?
I know, what
I've actually been feeling the same way. I'm like, man, it's hard because sometimes you go places, and I'm like, and still even substance abuse and those albums still have yet to reach other places, but sometimes you're like, oh Lord, I just wish I could sing something different, or you want to share something else. And so and now it's time to be able to do that. So I'm excited too. I'm kind of like, oh, it's time to kind of just experience new music and to be able to share new music and sing new music. And still, the old stuff too is great. But
now, how difficult is that for you? Because you've written some classic, timeless albums, and songs So I'm sure for the rest of your life, you're gonna be having people like myself, could you please sing "Cry No More"? Could you sing "Build You a House"? How do you deal with that? Do you realize that forever you're going to be asked? No, for real.
You know what? It's funny. I thought about that recently, and I'm not comparing myself to Whitney Houston at all, but I just thought about how every time an artist like that, I was like, wow, she could never go anywhere without singing "I Will Always Love You." Yeah. Whether she loved that song, or like Celine Dion, she has to go and sing, what's that doggone Titanic song?
The Titanic,
My Heart Will Go On. Yeah, My Heart Will Go On. I'm like, she has to sing, right, for the rest of her life and her career, she will have to sing that song, And so I'm like, a lot of times it doesn't bother me, and I'm appreciative because I could go somewhere and they could want to hear nothing. You could say, "Oh, girl, don't sing nothing, sit down." Right. But I'm like, well, thank you.
How you hear.
Right. So I'm like, I do appreciate it. Now, sometimes it's hard to go back to certain songs. If somebody's like, "Hey, sing a Betcha," I'm like, I don't necessarily feel that way like I did at that time, but it's still a great song, and I love the song. So you'll still sing it, but it doesn't resonate with me like it used to. But but there's still songs that I love to sing, like "A Cry No More" or something like that.
Because they are so inspirational, and even the songs that are strictly about relationships, you know, or breaking up and stuff. I'm honestly, I needed those songs. Like, I'm so for real. Like, I needed.
She get mad at the dude. She throwing a Shamora.
Not about being mad at them, but not about being mad at them. But seriously, just knowing that, like, just releasing, like, okay, you know what? I'm not the only one that got hurt. I'm not the only one that, like, dude did a little something that, and you know, it just felt good. Like, and it's inspirational. Sometimes we really need, you know, songs about. Right. Oh, if I could sing that, I would have sung it just like that. but seriously, and then we see in the audience, whenever you perform and stuff, we see that same thing. Like, it's girls in there that's like, oh my gosh, I can tell who they've been through. So, you know, like, something they probably, you know, they needed it. So we thank you, gal.
Wow.
We thank you.
Yeah, y'all don't know how exciting this is. Y'all don't know who this is, right? Yeah. Some of y'all don't, some of y'all do. So the ones who don't, this is world-renowned singer-songwriter. She is, like, don't front.
That's all right, brother. That's all right. Speak that.
And then she sliding that in. I happen to know on the slide. I'm supposed to tell people.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Look,
sorry.
Like, no, that's my sister though. Like, I say it every now and then, but like, she didn't get on the radio because of me. She got on the radio because of her.
Man, wow.
That's the truth.
You got on the radio because of her.
No.
I'm just playing.
Everybody say their own way.
I'm just playing.
Look, I'll have you know, my name used to be Shamora's brother. A lot of people don't even know you're my sister, and that's you know, that's I don't hide it, but I'm like your biggest fan, me and Diz, so brother otherwise.
And Lando.
But at the same Lando, okay? God bless Lando. Hey Lando. Yeah, if you listening to something, honey, we love you. But yeah, you know, but at the same time, you know, it's good to have the association. So there's nothing wrong with that, you know.
Well, something I tell everybody else, I probably never said directly to you, but I'll say it, like, you are the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing with my business and my career, because starting out with you kind of got me into, you know, knowing that's what I wanted to do, and then branching off into growing into being bigger than just helping Shamora, like I said, being bigger than just Shamora's brother, into Hollywood Kid and Hollywood Kid Entertainment Group. So, you know, I never said that to you, but I'm saying to you now, thank you.
Wow.
You're the reason I
that's
so do what I'm doing. So, yeah, I'm on the radio because of you.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. Listen, Lord is good. It's good to know we can always help, you know, inspire somebody else. That's what we're supposed to do. You know, make a way and continue to inspire other people. You know.
Any performances lined up? I'm just saying.
You know, I actually have a few like private functions that I've been called to do coming up. I'm actually trying to stay focused to get this record done. So that's one thing. And then after that, then we'll have more things lined up. You know, like we're going to be working on a big concert and different things like that. So that'll be later on, probably several months down the road. But for the time being, like I said, now, thank God I'm called to do other things in other places and people, so that's great.
Yeah. Well, if ever you want to test any songs out in front of any audience, you know we got the audience for you.
Absolutely.
Yes, Lord.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's what's up. Oh man, so what else? Anything else?
I don't know.
Yeah. Can we listen to the song again?
Oh, we can.
Yeah,
I would love for you to do that. Awesome. Hashtag love, y'all.
Yes.
Hashtag
thank y'all. We got Shamora in the building. What's the website again? Shamora.com?
Shamora.com. Shamora. Shamora.com.
Yeah. So definitely, and hit us up on our Twitter, the show ATL, and on Facebook, and let us know your thoughts. Hashtag love, Shamora.